I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand saying that now. Yes, a Ghost Rider is coming to Marvel Studios. But another rumor came up, and I'll talk about it after the intro. Hang in there. Hello, Pop Culture Society, we're back. Let's talk about Ghost Rider again. Because now Jeff Snyder, Chili Cuentas says he's sure, now it's happening, there's no turning back. An actor has been cast for the role of Ghost Rider in Avengers Doomsday, which comes out in December next year. Ghost Rider then, with the big scoop from Jeff Snyder. Let's do a recap here of what happened with Ghost Rider up to now in Marvel. Ghost Rider first appears in Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division. Before that, we had movies that aren't chronologically part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which were made with Nicolas Cage, 2 movies. They weren't very successful, heavily criticized at the time, but have been reevaluated over time. Time has allowed the movies to be appreciated again. There's even a generation out there that's very nostalgic, saw the movies as kids, were really impressed, and now want Ghost Rider back. Within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in a way, comes Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division, where Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes appears. Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Operating at the same time as the main universe, not as part of the multiverse. It's controversial. There's a fan of Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division who still swears that everything that happened in Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division happened chronologically connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're aware of what happens behind the scenes. This relationship between Marvel's television and movie divisions was very distant, and it kept getting further apart. Even though the early Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division agency was really connected, that connection faded over time until it became completely independent. That's the truth. It can be considered part of the multiverse, but I don't know if there's a way to resolve so many open connections from Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division to bring it in sync with Marvel Studios and the Marvel Cinematic Universe like they did with Daredevil. But anyway, that's not part of the video. Ghost Rider showed up there, Robbie Reyes, and for those who believe everything is canon, he's the Marvel Cinematic Universe Ghost Rider. After that, a lot of speculation started. People said Ghost Rider was going to appear, that there would be a special Ghost Rider presentation, a new Ghost Rider movie, a Ghost Rider series, that Ghost Rider would show up in Multiverse of Madness, in WandaVision, in Guardians of the Galaxy, in Secret Wars. And Ghost Rider is awesome. So actors, everyone was possible. Norman Reedus, Keanu Reeves, Ryan Gosling. All of them have already been rumored for Ghost Rider, and many others as well. And nothing happened. We're talking about 10 years of Ghost Rider speculation. Now it's happening, now it's happening, now it's happening. A Ghost Rider series, Robbie Reyes, a spin-off from Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division, was actually being planned. It was written, it was produced, they were ready to film, and Kevin Feige pulled the plug. He said, it's not going to happen. I want to do Ghost Rider my way, not yours. Since then, we've been waiting for the kid from Maness to make a move, and now nothing. There are several suggestions, but it hasn't happened yet. The right moment hasn't come. It wasn't the time to introduce this character that's been kept under wraps. But now, Chirikenta Jeff Snyder is saying there's no turning back. They've already picked the actor. He's going to appear in Doomsday, and he's the new Ghost Rider. So you can rule out Robin Reyes being turned into a Marvel Studios character, coming from Agents of Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division, like Daredevil from Jessica Jones and Punisher. You can also rule out Nicolas Cage coming back, because there was that speculation a long time ago too. That Nicolas Cage was going to come back as Ghost Rider, and that he would get another chance in Marvel like they did with Wesley Snipes' Blade. That's not it. Jeff Snyder is talking about a completely new version of the character, just like Kevin Feige canceled Robbie Reyes. We might end up with Johnny Blaze. We have other Ghost Riders, there's even a female Ghost Rider. But I think right now, the ideal would be to bring in Johnny Blaze to start things off. Although the need for more diversity in the Marvel cast and point to a new Robert Reyes, but not the same actor, not Gabriel Luna. Okay, and now Ghost Rider actually appears in Doomsday. That's all we know about this whole story. My opinion doesn't change. I think Avengers Doomsday already has too many characters to deal with. Too many characters to work with. Adding a completely new character who isn't even a version of an older one. It's not Nicolas Cage, for example, or Gabriel Luna coming from another universe. Because since we're talking about the multiverse, anything can happen. Adding a completely new Ghost Rider. It's just more information for this movie. It's another concept that needs to be introduced, a new character that needs to be developed. You can't just throw him in out of nowhere like I've said here before. You can't just open a portal, have Ghost Rider jump out spinning his chain, smack Cyclops on the butt, then jump back through the portal again. That won't happen. We're not on the CW. And the Russo brothers have already said in other interviews that, for example, they didn't include the Defenders. In Avengers Endgame, because they couldn't count on the audience having watched the Defenders series, and they would have to introduce those characters so people wouldn't get lost. And there wasn't enough time for that. There are too many characters to include. A new character in the future will be Ghost Rider. Look, Marvel won't give that up. This character has a big fan base, he's a very charismatic character, and he sells a lot. They won't. They're just waiting for the right moment. Maybe the exact moment. Maybe it will be after Secret Wars, when they have this reboot. Then this new Marvel that will emerge. I didn't mention it here, but we still have Midnight Suns, which is a series that's been promised for 10 years now, and it's just rumors on top of rumors, and nothing ever happens. It was never on Marvel's agenda. Other than some vague idea of what to do. It was never really in pre-production. So that's how we left it. So, is there going to be Ghost Rider then? Jeff Snyder is saying they've already picked the actor, and Jeff Snyder was the guy who said Robert Downey Jr. would come back as Doctor Doom, and he was right, but I think it's complicated to put Ghost Rider's story and his whole profile from scratch in a movie that's not even mystical, just a weird multiverse movie. Sometimes it's just an Easter egg or a brief appearance that only fans will understand without confusing the general audience. Maybe that's the idea. Drawing Ghost Rider somewhere. Let's wait and see. Place your bets in the comments. Will he show up or not? I'll be back with more pop culture topics soon. After the event, click the channel options to stay a bit longer. See you later. Bye. Thank you for watching.